Augmentation, autonomous action, and analyst assistant. AI can do what now? Welcome, everyone. I'm Lisa Jones-Huff, Director of Security Solutions Architecture and General Cybersecurity Geek. And today I'm joined by Anas, Senior Security Solutions Architect. Anas, welcome.
Thank you, Lisa, for having me again. It's great to be here.
Excellent. Well, let's get started. Anas, what is agentic AI? I mean, it's been talked about a lot and it's been coming up quite a bit. So can you just give us your take on what is agentic AI?
So agentic AI is a new burst term which was introduced late 2024 and early 2025. It's basically an artificial intelligence system which works autonomously against a specific objective or task, right? Unlike the traditional AI system that we have, which requires human intervention in terms of chatting, right? Agentic AI can completely autonomous. It can take decision on behalf of human without their intervention or even minimal intervention.
So Anas, what problem is agentic AI trying to solve? Because there have been products that have been doing this for quite some time in terms of automation and orchestration and all that good stuff. But what problem is agentic AI being applied to from your perspective?
Thank you for asking that. Agentic AI is trying to solve a lot of challenges, not only in security operation centers, but even around us. You go to the hospitals, right? We go to the financial institutions where agentic AIs are detecting frauds. Any service industries, the customers' experiences is being elevated using agentic AI. So agentic AI is not only in security operation centers, but it is around us. For us specifically, as you know very well, our industry is facing some challenges for quite some time now. Skill shortages, alert fatigues. These
Right.
are, to name a few. And we have been trying to address these challenges for quite some time now, but looks like agentic AI can really push that boundary and get us across. So these are, some of the challenges I mentioned, but there are quite few.
So we're going to dig in a bit more about some of the challenges, but one of the things I want to ask you before we do that is, what are the components that make up agentic AI?
So since agentic AI works autonomously, it is made up of different components. The first one, of course, is the LLM. You do need those large language model to basically swift through your logs or
Right.
generate those incident response results for you. And then you also need like a workflow which can help you decide the if and then condition, right? So the workflow is the second component. Then you requires connecting to your existing security tools. So maybe an API can be there. And the most important piece, I think, for agentic AI is having a RAG model, right? Which can give the right context, because we are going to heavily dependent on, or we actually are depending on agentic AIs now. And what we want is the agentic AIs to have the right context for efficient answers. And for that, RAG, or as we call it, Retrieval-Augmented Generation, is very, very important component.
So Anas, people talk about context a lot, especially with regards to data. Can you explain what the term context means in this use case?
I'm glad that you asked it. Imagine getting an alert in Middle East for an oil industry, and now getting similar alert somewhere in an industry in Europe, right? So when I send these two alerts to my LLM to basically go through these alerts and tell me what's happening without giving any context, I might get a very generic response. But what if I add context that, I'm an oil industry in Middle East with some threat intel that, some geopolitical issue is happening, and suddenly the response is going to be different. So if you look at these examples, the context really, really matters to get the right response from the LLMs.
So Anas, you mentioned previously challenges. So let's dig in a little bit more about the challenges with agentic AI. From my perspective and the things that I hear, everyone's talking about, oh my goodness, all the humans are going to get replaced by agentic AI. What are you hearing? Talk a little bit more about those challenges.
So let me just tell you straightly that agentic AI is not here to replace any human or replace any analyst. We're here to augment them. We are here to help them. Consider agentic AI is just another smart colleague that you have, which you can always go to get answers from. And what I'm seeing this is the insecurity on the field. So whenever I talk about agentic AI tooling, right, where we are solving this particular challenge for our customers using LLM or AI, the analysts are always insecure. They always, if not them, the management basically asks, can we reduce the size of the analyst that we have? And that is not a right approach to look at these tools. So the tools should be looked at, as I said, is another smart analyst that you have, which is always available for you, instead of replacing your existing one or reducing the numbers.
No, that makes sense. And I'm hearing something very similar. It's really important to lean into agentic AI to get more value out of the resources that you currently have, and making them a bit more operationally efficient. So that makes perfect sense. Now, one of the things I want to ask you is that there have been solutions that have been out there for quite some time that focus on automation, that focus on orchestration, where you had to invest as a third-party solution. Will agentic AI change, the thought process with regards to the need to make an investment in those types of tools?
I think it's too early to make a decision on that. And in the next foreseeable future, what I see is, again, agentic AI augmenting each and every existing tool that you have, right? There are automation tools available which are great for workflows. Let's use them for that, but then augment the intelligence using the agentic AI or the LLMs that we have, right? But in the next foreseeable future, I don't see agentic AI replacing any of the technologies that we have. But we do have to adopt these technologies, or we have to augment these technologies with agentic AI. Because if you're not doing it, on the other hand, attackers are using agentic AIs to attack you faster. So always remember that it's not an option, it's a necessity to use agentic AI in today's environment.
No, that makes perfect sense. And that aligns to things that I'm hearing as well. It's not necessarily going to replace things, replace people. It's more being seen as something that's going to be augmenting existing investments, augmenting, your people resources, right? So improving the efficiency of both. So is that a fair statement?
It totally is. But as you were emphasizing more on the augmentation side of things, I also want to emphasize that it's not an option anymore, as I said in my previous statement, right? The attackers have access to the LLM, which is helping them to attack you faster.
Right.
They have access to, they are also building agentic AIs. They have these ready-made agentic AIs, which they can use to attack you faster. So if you don't use the right agentic AI with your existing tool, then you're going to be left behind, right? And that is not the battle you can win. So I think other than emphasizing that augmentation part, we also have to emphasize that it's a really right time to adopt this technology into our SOC operations.
Yep, thank you. It makes perfect sense in us. I appreciate you sharing your point of view as relates to agentic AI. Everyone's talking about it, and I'm sure that everyone's going to enjoy hearing your point of view. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Lisa, again, for having me today.
If you're interested in learning more about agentic AI, we'll include links to a couple of resources in the video description for you to check out. Until next time you ask, AI can do what now?